Welcome back, everyone, to Knights Broadcasting as you join us here in the beautiful town of Buena Vista, Virginia. We're about to head into our second match of this doubleheader with the Shenandoah University Hornets and your Southern Virginia University Knights. I'm Nate Burden, joined by Danny Ash. How you doing today, Danny?
Fantastic.
We saw in the last game, the first game of the doubleheader, that the Hornets took the game 9-7. How do you think the Knights will come out after that game?
They've got to come out hot again. So we saw that the Hornets were able to consistently put themselves on the board, and Southern Virginia was able to bounce back every time until the last couple of innings where they weren't able to get runners across the plate. So with with Southern Virginia, we're going to want to see them come back hot. We see Crystal Kemp, number 16, is going to be leading them from the mound. But yeah, so we're going to need to see more of that competition, more of that competitive spirit come out as they battle back and forth. These are two really well-matched teams, so we're going to have to see the Knights be hot with the bats in this game to maybe get on top.
For sure, for sure. Crystal Kemp with a 3.50 ERA coming into this match. We'll see what she can do today.
Yeah, Crystal Kemp has been a consistent spot for the Knights. She has played for many years. She's a senior now. She's thrown many, many games. So it's good to see her coming back.
We see a foul ball there into the woods. It goes. I'm sure you find a lot of softballs down there.
Oh, so many. So many. So first up to bat, we have number 25, Nick Neal for the Hornets.
In the dirt, almost hits her ankle, able to avoid it.
Yeah, that's something you don't want to catch on the body anywhere.
No, no. It's called a softball, but it's not very soft.
Not at all.
Here comes the pitch. Swings at it. Caught by the shortstop, number 22. That is Katie Clater. Beautiful play by the Knights. That's one out.
That is the lanky freshman that is usually playing on first base. Again, we see some defensive changes here between shortstop and first base. We see Katie Clater, as you mentioned, playing short. Crystal Kemp is on the mound. We have DeKel Jones, number 20, playing second base.
Another pop up. It's going to look like it goes foul. It's going to be 0-1 count for the Hornets.
That's a great place to be as a pitcher, wanting to get ahead from the start, from the get-go.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Strike.
Filthy off speed.
That was a very nice pitch by number 16. Wonderful night pitcher for I believe that's 0-2 now. In the dirt. 1-2. So the Hornets coming in this second game of the doubleheader, 4-7. Knights dropped to 8-3. How much of a mental toughness test is it for the Knights this next game?
Well, you know, in the past, with their first home excursion, we saw the Knights go 1-1. So best case scenario, we're hoping that they go 1-1 on this home series as well. So I know that they have struggled with this team a bit in the past, where they've lost by 1 run. Last game they lost by 2 runs. So it would be great to see the Knights overcome from this team that has been, you know, tough for them to compete with in the past.
For sure. That's going to be ball 3, full count. You like to see discipline from these players, especially collegiate-based softball. She was down 0-2, able to take 3 balls, and we'll see how she can respond on this next pitch.
Yeah, that sort of pitch selection, especially when you start out 0-2 on the count, impressive on the part of the batter.
That's going to be foul, and the battle continues. Now, we saw the previous head-to-head record with Shenandoah University. Before the first game of the doubleheader, it was 4-4 all time. Now it's 5-4. Would like to see the Knights tie up the series.
We sure would. And again, we have number 12, Ariane Miller, up to bat right now.
Takes the pitch inside. That's going to be a walk for the Hornets. 1 on first base. As a softball player yourself, how tiring can it be playing double headers?
You know, the hours can get kind of long, but you have a nice break in between where you can get refreshed, recharged, re-energized. You're able to get some quick carbs. It can get long, but a lot of these girls have been playing softball for so many years, and you're coming off of a lot of competitive play where you're playing entire tournaments over the course of weekends where you're spending 8 hours or more at a field at a time. So this is something where if you've been a lifelong softballer, you're used to the extended hours on the field. So figuring out how to pace yourself, pace the energy loss. We got
to be a slight error from the first base. She's going to make it down to second, see if she moves anymore, but right field able to respond in time. You see the catcher try to pick off number 12 at the first base. Doesn't work out exactly the way they hoped, so.
We love to see the aggression, you know, trying to keep girls in check.
Yeah.
But got to make sure that those throws are accurate. Getting a glove on it, stopping it from
Could have been
forward.
could have been a lot worse. Able to make contact with this into center field, finds the gap. It looks like the Hornets are going to find one run, try to get her out at second. They cannot. So the Hornets go up with 1-0 so far in the top of the first.
That's a beautiful hit there, right to left center line drive. It's got to feel great coming off the bat. Excellent job from number 16.
Solid hit, solid crack of the bat by the Hornets.
Yeah, that's going to be a double for Tiffany Bauer with an RBI.
Takes a strike down the middle.
That's going to put the Hornets up at a 1-0 lead for the day, or for the game.
For the game, yes. We saw a high-scoring game in the last one. We'll see if we can see a replay of the same thing.
That's a hot
Down
shot.
to the center field. 16's going to come in. Center field makes a play
they got her.
Gets her out at home plate.
Incredible play by number 3, Chloe Nelson.
We saw Chloe Nelson shine at bat in the last game. Now we see her shining in center field this game.
Fantastic. You know, that is a great way to cut energy. That is a huge momentum shift. You know, you have a great hit, and then to cut her off at home base. Fantastic.
That's not an easy throw either.
No, that's a long throw.
Next at bat, makes more contact. It's going to be foul. That's always a soul crusher for the batter. But always feels good when you're an outfielder.
Yep. Yeah, those line drives down the line are especially challenging to get to as a left fielder. And we see the pitcher from last game, Ariana Primack. She is now in left field.
Ooh, takes that one low and inside.
You can see she thought about it, though.
She did think about it. Decided not to pull it.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. Makes contact. It's going to be another foul ball by the Hornets.
The Hornets have been excellent at showing that they are going to show up at the plate, that they are going to put pressure at Southern Virginia, that they need to make the plays because they're going to put the ball in play. So that sort of offensive push is really going to challenge the Knights in what are they going to do back? How are they going to respond?
For sure. They made a lot of contact in the first game. A lot of bloops into the outfield that would allow for simple singles, doubles, but it allowed them to score eventually later on in the innings.
Yeah. You know, in the first game, We saw a lot of the Hornets scoring from capitalizing on errors made by Southern Virginia defense. Hoping to see a little bit cleaner defense from SVU this time around.
That one pulls again. Looks like it might have hit someone in the outfield, outside the fence. Hope they're all right.
Yeah.
The battle continues. This is a good battle between the pitcher and Crystal Kemp and the batter.
Up to bat right now, I believe we have number 10, Brenna Snyder. She is going to wait on that off speed, try to take it to the opposite side of the field, right field. Great pitch by Crystal Kemp, trying to throw her off her game because she's really wanting to pull those pitches that are inside. So forcing her to try to throw her off speed, throw her outside is a great choice on Colby Kemp, the one calling the pitches right now. Batter's going to call time.
Batter calls timeout. Trying to get into the pitcher's head probably. Make her think a little more than she has to.
It's also a good way for the batter to take a second.
Another foul ball. You like to see these kind of battles though.
Oh,
between
yeah.
a pitcher and a batter. It really shows what kind of player they are. How composed you can be.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of great work from both sides here.
Strike 3 for the Hornets. End of the first inning. The Hornets lead 1-0.
Yeah, that's great work coming there from Crystal Kemp. Coming out on top of that really challenging bout between her and Snyder. Snyder was on it, but, you know, just took it a little low, a little bit outside, and Snyder wasn't able to reach.
Yeah, she was definitely getting hungry for the pitches. You can tell she started to reach a little bit more after each pitch, and eventually the Knights got her.
Yeah. So starting for the Knights, we have Ariana Primack, number 8, is going to be leading off, followed by Decal Jones, JC Shumway, then Crystal Kemp, Addison Webster, Kraylin Guyman, Chloe Nelson, Maddie Christensen, Katie Clater, then Emily Oldham is going to be in the flex position. So Kraylin Guyman is going to be the one batting for Emily Oldham, who is going to be in the field for her. We mentioned in the first game a bit how there's a really strong opening to this lineup with Ariana Primack, Decal Jones, JC Shumway was phenomenal in the first outing.
Yeah, we'd like to see that in the second game, them continue being hot. And we have number 5, Savannah Thorne, pitching for the Hornets.
Fresh pitcher, fresh game. Her first throw is going to be a strike.
Yeah, she's coming in with a 5.25 ERA. So
with those kind of ERAs, we're looking at, you know, probably going to be a high-scoring game.
yeah, it's definitely a higher ERA than you would like to have. And so we'd probably see some good bloops by the Knights here at bat. Here's the pitch into outfield. It lands.
She's going to
Ariana Primack is going to go around second to third, and she's going to slide into third. Wonderful hit by Ariana Primack. We love to see that by the Knights. Up next to bat is Decal Jones. Decal Jones.
Yeah, what a phenomenal start for the Knights. They already have a runner in scoring position, and the optimal scoring position. They got her on third. No outs.
Yeah. Usually with scoring position, you'd rather have them on second base, but the Knights get to third base, able to put pressure on the Hornets here.
Yeah.
And the pitcher definitely feels the pressure of a runner on third base.
Sometimes with lefties, you get a lot of speed but not a ton of power. Ariana Primack has shown that she has both. She's able to rip it opposite field for her. So as a lefty, you know, she's going down the left line, which can be more difficult to, you know, take a ball where it's going instead of trying to pull it where you're more comfortable. Leading for a fantastic hit on her part.
Yeah,
Easy
definitely.
Triple.
Swing and a miss there for Jones.
Got to keep her head down. You know, after a fantastic hit like what Primack had, can be easy to lift your eyes a little bit, aim for the fences, but just solid base hits are what's going to get you around.
Definitely. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3. So that is 1 out for the Knights. Up to bat now.
JC Shumway.
Yeah, JC Shumway, number 24. We saw her shine a little bit in the last game.
Yeah, she's been a solid third baseman for the Knights this year. Has really shown up at the plate. Love to see her take some pitches.
Definitely.
See what number 5 has to offer.
Yeah, get a feel for the pitcher. Here's the second pitch. Hits it into the woods again.
Adios, ball.
I love to see that. I'm sure the squirrels don't enjoy it.
Yeah, neither do the ball runners. But what can you do?
Now the third pitch. Makes contact into right field, but falls short.
You know, that is an interesting choice for the right fielder to make. With a runner on third, number 1, we saw Raichichi, fantastic outing in the first game. She decides to let that one fall because it's not optimal positioning for her to get that below the knees.
No.
Ariana Primack, if she would have seen that girl catch it, she would have been taken off her home. So that is a really intelligent move to be making on her part.
Definitely.
Good game knowledge there.
And you see that, especially in collegiate softball, how quick you have to act. Minute. It's very minute. It's not like Little League softball, you know.
Yeah. When you're at this point in your softball career, you definitely want to have a lot of the mechanics as muscle memory so that when you're making decisions, there are very small things that you're deciding, but you're not thinking about every little thing you're doing.
A hit into center field. It's going to be picked up by number 21. Going to be a single for the Knights.
Yeah, RBI singles. That's exactly what you want. Taking the ball into that gap between second, you know, the position second, and then second base. That's going to be a great ground ball. RBI single.
Definitely. Now we see number 16, Crystal Kemp, come up to the bat.
Knights showing up early at the plate. Love to see them tying the game 1-1. Potential to get ahead here.
Crystal Kemp's also the pitcher, so we like to see pitchers at bat. Here's the pitch. Down the middle for a strike.
Yeah, Crystal Kemp really consistent at the plate this year. You know, she's got 355 batting average, so you know that she's going to be putting a ball in play consistently at her at bats.
Definitely. Here's the pitch. Going to be inside for the umpire.
Tight zone.
Very tight zone. We saw a similar zone in the last game.
Yeah, but what's interesting is he liked that inside corner.
He did.
This one, though, maybe not so much. Not as willing to give on that inside part of the plate.
So, and that's a walk for the Knights. Now we are going to see Addison Webster up to bat with a runner in scoring position. It's ideal for the Knights right now. We got a runner on first and second. with 1 out.
Yeah.
Here's the first pitch.
We have
Cross-eyed
seen a
is-
consistent first strike pitch from that number 5 on the Hornets side. Great way for her to get up in the count, get a little edge on the batter. But that might be something for Southern Virginia to think about in the coming at-bats.
Yes, definitely a hit.
Line drive right center.
1 run is going to score, and we're going to have, the Knights are going to have a player on second and third now. Knights go up 2-1 on runs. Beautiful hit
Yeah.
by
we
Addison Webster.
love to see the Knights, taking the pitches where they're thrown instead of pulling them. It's the way you get much stronger hits. So love to see them going in the opposite field. So if you're right-handed, taking it to the right side of the field. If you're left-handed, taking it to the left side of the field.
Definitely going to be a little talk on the mound here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be switching their pitchers. They're bringing back number 23 from the first game. She came in the latter half of the game, taking out number 5.
And the Knights love to see that. Able to wear out a pitcher that quick.
Yeah.
Able to switch it out in the bottom of the first.
So number 23, Taylor Smith, is now on the mound for Shenandoah University Hornets. Knights with an early lead, up 2-1 after some fantastic hits from the Knights.
Still, only 1 out, by the way.
Yeah, 1 out, runners on second and third. Great position to be in to put some more on the board.
Now it looks like the Hornets are ready for the next at bat with number 23, Taylor Smith, coming in for pitching.
Up to bat now, we have the DP, Graylin Guyman. We saw her catching in the last game.
Hit just foul. Here's the pitch. Swing and a hit. It's going to be stopped by the shortstop. She's going to throw it to first to get 1 out, but the Knights get 1 run from third base. And now the Knights up 3-1 with the runner on third. What do you think about that play right there?
It's smart. So the runner already had a pretty good chance. So, the runner, they were advancing. So at that point, I think, the shortstop made a really good call. She needed to go for the out that she could get so that they're not just stacking up runs. So I think that was a wise decision on her part.
Definitely. Here's the first pitch. Low and inside. Ball 1.
So now if you were the Hornets defense, you're not as concerned with that runner on third. You have 2 outs. So you're just looking, if you have a ground ball to the infield, just gun her out at 1. Outfield, try to get anything in the air.
Another one inside. That's going to be ball 2.
That was shocking. That looked good from here.
Umpire saw different.
That's true.
2-0 count now. We'll see what Taylor Smith can. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Little low in the dirt. 3-0. So not a great start for Taylor Smith right now. 3 balls. She got 1 out, which was good, but definitely the Hornets would like to see a little more accuracy. Pitch just outside for a ball. So now the Knights are going to have a runner on first and third. And up to bat, we have
Maddie Christensen,
Maddie
Chloe
Christensen,
Nelson
number 19.
walked to get on first. So now 2 outs. So the infield has an interesting spot here. So they have force outs on second and first. So if they have an infield play, they're going to try to take one of those, you know, whatever easiest play it is.
Right. First pitch is a strike.
That is something that we have seen that the Hornets have done on a number of occasions where they like to throw that first pitch strike. And now Christensen is going to be down 0-2 in the count, 2 outs, runners on first and third.
What's the mentality when you're behind an account?
You're being aggressive but smart. So you need to, you know, on those inside pitches that he hasn't been calling.
Beautiful hit by
exactly it.
Christensen into the outfield. The Knights are going to score. Nelson gets to third, and Christensen stays on first base. I think that's the right mindset to have when you're down an account.
Yeah, being more aggressive. She did a fantastic job of not losing her confidence, knowing her strike zone, and then taking anything that's close, and she had a beautiful hit to left center.
Definitely. Now Katie Clater up to bat. Coming to the end of the lineup, and we're only in the bottom of the first.
Yeah.
Love to see that if you're a Knight fan.
Sure do. It'll be interesting to see how the Hornets handle the reverse of what happened in the first game, where they're the ones who need to be catching up, battle back on this adversity, and overcome the deficit that they're in right now. So we'll see if they can buckle down, put some runs on the board. But this is a great start for Southern Virginia.
Definitely. Here's the 1-0 pitch.
Number 22.
Solid hit. It's coming. It's out of here! Home run for your SVU Knights.
Fantastic hit, just sailing over the fence.
Katie Clater sends that sailing for a 3-run home run.
That is going to put the Knights in great position for this first inning.
Now up 6-1. Knights staying composed.
That is something that you really want to see from a freshman. And from someone who has been struggling a bit at the plate, that is the kind of confidence boost that she is going to need to come out of this slump that she has been in so far. I bet that's just got to feel so great. What a great hit.
Score now 7-1.
Yeah, we do apologize about. We got another great
Another
hit.
bloop into center field. Number 21 is going to pick it up, and the Knights are going around to third. See if she gets there. She's in safe.
That's Ariana Primek with her second triple of the day. Only difference between her first at-bat and this one is the first at-bat went left center and second at-bat went right center.
The Knights now heating up for the second match against the Hornets.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, batting through the lineup. Holy cow. And on 2 outs. We have seen the Knights do some really fantastic work on 2 outs.
Here's the pitch. Another hit into center field. That's going to be 8-1 Knights with the single.
Yeah.
That is great to see.
Singles, doubles, triples, home run. Knights have done it all in the first inning.
All in
Gone
the
through
first
2
inning.
pitchers, through 2 Hornets pitchers.
And we still only got 1 out?
2 outs.
2
now.
outs now.
Yep. Hornets are going to call a bit of a timeout. Might see a pitching change here again.
Now, as the Hornets make a pitching change, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Straws Drinks and Eat. Straws is a wonderful little restaurant in the town of Buena Vista. If you're here with family, coming to watch college sports, or just passing through, make sure you stop at Straws, get a nice drink, get some good food, take your family there. It's a wonderful place.
It's a great little spot, has a ton of seating. They have some fun community events that they do. They do some open mic nights, great local artists where you can purchase mugs of coffee or art for your wall. So just a great spot to stop in on if you're driving through town.
That's the great thing about small towns like Buena Vista. You have wonderful hidden gems like straws. So
Yeah. So in for pitching, we have number 22, Kayla Stevenson. We saw Stevenson throwing the first half of the first game, so they're bringing her back. Going to see if they can hold the Knights back from the the crazy momentum that they've got going right now. So we had Dickel Jones scoring Ariana Primack in that last hit for an RBI single. Now we have JC Shumway, number 24, up to bat.
oh, hits her. That's going to be a free base for the Knights.
You know, I hate to say it, but if you're going to get hit, you're going to want to take it somewhere on the meat, like of the thigh.
Yep.
It's not as bad as catching it on the bone.
No, it is not.
Still doesn't feel great, though.
It still does not feel good.
But it keeps the momentum rolling for the Knights. Runners on first and second.
Yep, runner scoring position. Would love to see another hit into the outfield. Get that runner on second in.
Yeah. Knights have been doing a great job of just putting the ball in play, having really solid ground balls, line drives, dropping them in great places.
Here's the pitch. Hit. Gets past second base into right field, and looks like there's a little miscommunication from the Knights.
They got pickle situation.
Pickle situation. Tries to slide into home. She's out of
They're gonna call her
there.
out.
That's going to be 3 outs for the Knights, and that's going to end the first inning. 8-1. Your SVU Knights. What do you think about that inning? That was an immaculate inning by the Knights.
Oh, I mean, that's great. Already they had so much momentum, and we see here at the end of the inning where that momentum kind of got the better of them, where they were really excited, and the runner on second base sort of pushed the runner off of third base, and we had a little pickle situation going on, and unfortunately the runner got caught at home.
Yeah.
Kind of a bummer, but also nothing wrong with that
Nothing
inning.
to shake your head about. You know, you put up 8 runs, you know.
Yeah.
Bound to make a mistake at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see what the Hornets have to say in response to that crazy inning. They do have one on the board, and we've seen with the last game, you know, the ending score was 9-7, so this is a team that is certainly capable of bringing it back and scoring, putting consistent runs on the board, whether it's 2 in an inning, 3 in an inning. So this is definitely a team that has the offensive capacity to come back from this.
Definitely, definitely. Now, I know I talked a lot about mindset already so far, but being down 8-1, what kind of toll does that take?
Well, I think that the Hornets have to put it in perspective that there is still a lot of game left to be played. So a game it's not over until it's over. So
Definitely.
just, you know, chipping away at that lead and getting runners on bases, bringing them around. So, you know, it's just going to be putting a cap on it and saying, yes, this happened, but we're not going to change the way that we play the game that we know how to play.
Definitely.
Like, yes, they have a lot to overcome, but again, it's top of the second. So, you know, in a 7-inning game, there's a lot of game left to be played.
There's a lot of game left to play. Now going into the top of the second, Crystal Kemp back on the mound. She's going to look for the first pitch. Here's the pitch. Slightly inside, ball 1.
I do believe that we have the 6th batter up to bat right now for the
Number
Hornets.
13.
13, Paige Eagleton.
Now, we heard her name a couple times in the first game of this doubleheader. See what she can do this game. Hits it far, but just foul. It's going to make it 1-1 on the count. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Just low.
We've seen that this umpire, he has a really tight zone, So the pitchers are going to have to, you know, work with that in knowing what he's going to call and what he isn't.
Definitely have to adjust to the umpire behind the plate. Here's the pitch, low again. That's now 3-1.
Correct. So a tight zone for a batter is pretty advantageous.
Yeah, you might see her let the pitch go this time unless she really likes it. Here's the pitch. She takes it.
Oh, that's coming
And
up to
that is
us.
up, and gone. Home run for the Hornets, making it 8-2. Two home runs this game. Definitely seen a lot more action on the plate this game for both sides.
Yeah, seeing a lot more power coming into play here. We saw one home run from the Knights, and now the Hornets are showing that they aren't going to lay down, and they're gonna rally back. So we see that solo home run from Eagleton. That's a great hit. It came right over the cameras here. So beautiful, beautiful hit.
Yep, we're praying we don't get hit one of these home runs. If we do, it'd be preferably the Knights.
Yeah.
Now here's the pitch after that home run.
Ooh, beautiful play by J.C. Shumway. She's going to take away that hot shot at third.
Great play by the third baseman. Love to see that.
Yeah.
Made sure she was ready, stay in front of the ball, and she got it. The pitch is low and inside. Ball one.
All right, now up to bat we have number 5, Savannah Thorne.
Let's see what. It's going to be another foul ball. That one is long gone in the woods.
Savannah Thorne was the pitcher who started out the inning for the Shenandoah University Hornets. Crystal Kemp is going to throw a gnarly floater of a changeup there to number 5.
Ooh, little high.
She's going to take a good look there.
The discipline out of these players is pretty great. I might have swung at that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Rise balls are they're pretty crazy to look at.
Here's a hit to third base and gets it out again. This could be 2 outs for the Knights. Back to back hits to third base and she slings it over to first base.
Yeah.
Love to see that.
J.C. Shumway doing a great job of showing that she can not only bring it to the plate, but she can also bring it defensively.
I also really like to see Crystal Kemp stay composed after giving up a home run. Giving up a home run isn't an easy thing.
DeKal Jones going to put that away.
Beautiful out. And that's going to be end of this.
Sorry, it'll be bottom of second now.
Yeah, going to the bottom of the second. 8-2. What did you like from the Knights that inning?
I like what you said about Crystal Kemp and maintaining her composure when she gave up that run. When you have a lead, such as you do with the Knights and being up 8-1, it is okay to let something like a solo home run roll off your back like that. And Crystal Kemp being able to rely on her defense, taking care of those hot shots to third base. J.C. Shumway doing a great job. Number 20, second base. DeKal Jones also taking care of that hot grounder to second base. That's something we love to see. Is something, that we missed a little bit in the first game, was nice, clean defense. And this is something that we're getting now, and we're seeing, totally different score.
Right. Now we're going to see Kayla Stevenson for pitching.
We got number 10, Addison Webster.
Here's the first pitch. Strike one.
I believe Addie Webster had a beautiful double, RBI double from the first inning. So we know what she can bring to the plate.
Ooh, high and inside.
Taking a good look there, yeah.
Good discipline by Webster.
Yeah, knowing that you have a tight zone from the umpire gives you a lot to work with as well.
Now here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside for ball 2.
Seeing a lot more speed difference in what 22 Stevenson is throwing this time. She's trying to work in a lot more off speed, a lot more change-ups on the outside, not just throwing heat, working in and out.
Here's a hit to second base. They're gonna get the out there. 1 out for the Knights.
Yeah, nice clean play by number 12 on the side of the Hornets.
Number 15, Kraylin, up to bat. We'll see what she can cook up with her at bat here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Outside. Oh, strike. For a second, that looked outside to me. But
Yeah, it had a late break,
yeah.
but nice pitch, nice curve.
Makes contact with it. It's going to go down to the shortstop. Number 19 is going to sling it down to first, and they get the out. It's going to be 2 outs in here in the bottom of the second. Score remains 8-2.
Hornets doing a great job of shutting down the SVU offense, making sure that they don't have another 8-run inning as they did in the first. So it looks like this pitching change has been really good for them.
It definitely has been beneficial so far. Would love to see the Knights keep it going. Here's the pitch. Strike one.
And it's great to see the resiliency of this Kayla Stevenson, number 22. She's coming down from, I mean, she's got a lot of work to do. So knowing that she's coming in with a role to play of these girls can't score. So seeing her executing on that, even knowing that, you know, there's a lot of ground to make up. She's doing a great job. That's a tough position to come in as a pitcher. So doing a great job staying mentally strong.
Right. That pitch was low and in the dirt. Got to be careful with those ones. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a ball.
Yeah, they're looking for that outside, but
trying to paint the corners here.
Yep.
Can't quite get it. Hit into right field. It's going to be foul.
Just barely, though. Nice little
Just
blooper
barely.
behind first.
We've seen Nelson really shine the last couple games. She's definitely hungry for some more hits.
Yeah. It's been really great for Knight softball to have so much depth with a lot of their younger players coming in and filling a role. We've seen so many of these freshmen coming in and doing really, really well for having their first collegiate season. So showing that they know how to play at this collegiate level, that they're not going to be intimidated, that they're just going to play the game that they've been playing for so long. That's really great to see.
Definitely. Nelson hits it, gets past second base into right field, and that's going to be a single for number 3. Working with 2 outs right now. The Knights are still continuing to fight.
Well, we saw with the first inning what the Knights were able to do with 2 outs on the board.
Yep. Maybe they thrive under 2 outs. Maybe we should just keep getting 2 outs and then hit a couple home runs.
We have Ariana Primek up to bat right now. She is 2 for 2 in this game with 2 triples.
Takes the pitch outside, ball 1.
Excuse me, I am so wrong. That is number 19, Maddie Christensen.
Maddie Christensen.
That's my bad. Apologies,
That's
everybody.
okay. Low and in the dirt. You like to see the Knights playing mind games with the catcher here.
Yeah, you definitely want to be keeping the catcher on her toes.
Yep.
Two outs, though. You don't want to see the Knights base running getting too aggressive.
Too aggressive. No, yeah. Here's the pitch. Takes it. Strike.
I can understand the position of the base runners in this spot because you want to get something going. You want to advance a runner into scoring position, but at the same time, you do know that you have 2 outs, so you can't afford to be too aggressive.
Right. And she hits it into outfield. It's going to come out to the center fielder, number 21, and she catches it for the 3rd out to end the 2nd inning. Going to the top of the 3rd, Knights are up 8-2.
We want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Knights Broadcasting on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how we're doing in the comments. And thank you for following along with this home excursion today for women's softball. It's been a beautiful day. We've had some really competitive gameplay, and we thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, it's a perfect day to watch some softball.
Yeah.
A little warm earlier, not going to lie, but definitely the breeze came in, made it a perfect temperature for some good collegiate softball.
It's crazy. This is only the top of the 3rd inning, but already it feels like so much game has been played because of that crazy scoring 1st inning by the Knights.
Yes, I feel like game should be almost over at this point, but it's only the 3rd inning. I'm not complaining about more softball, though.
I do have to give credit to the Hornets, though. They have been doing a fantastic job of responding to that 1st inning, making sure that the Knights didn't have a repeat of what happened in the 1st. There is a rule in softball. If the home team is above, or either team is above 8 runnings after the 5th inning, there's a mercy rule that's put in place. So, Hornets.
What's the mercy rule?
So if either team in the 5th inning, if they are ahead by more than 8 runs, then they call the game short. So usually a game is 7 innings.
Okay.
So
here's the 1-0 pitch. Popped up. Got a little floater out to first base. Little miscommunication by the Knights. Hornets are going to run to second and make it safely. Number 25 really stayed on her toes there, making sure she was good enough to run to second.
Yeah, that was great running by number 25, Danielle McNeil, taking advantage of that error by first baseman number 19, Maddie Christensen. Seemed like maybe there was some hesitancy. Wasn't sure if the second baseman, DeKel Jones, was right behind her. Ball just popped right out her glove. Happens to the best of us.
Happens to the best of us. Here's the pitch. Going to try to bunt it, but
we did see a lot of this in the first game where the Hornets did like to do the fake bunt to distract the catcher and, advance those runners. Really smart on their side.
Yeah, definitely. Here's the pitch. Catcher throws it to second base, but not in time.
Great job by the second baseman knocking that down, making sure that it doesn't go to center.
Yep.
Hornets wanting to be, quite aggressive here.
Yeah, the Hornets are trying to get that runner, number 25, onto third base to be a little more manageable for them if they can do that. They're working with 0 outs right now.
Yeah, this is a good spot for them to be in. They got a runner on second. A lot of the lineup to work with.
Runner's going to be safe at first.
Yeah, so that's going to be a drop third strike. So we got no outs, got a runner on first and second. Number 16, Tiffany Bauer, up to bat now.
Swing and a miss, but it goes under the catcher, so Shenandoah is going to move up to second and third there.
Great position for Tiffany Bauer to be in.
Yeah.
Chance for 2 RBIs.
With 0 outs.
0 outs, yep.
Tough as a catcher to let that one go through, but here's a pitch. Able to hit it to shortstop. Gonna throw it to first. Gets it out. Hornets gonna go home, but overthrows the catcher, so Hornets now have a player on first and third. Is she safe? Okay, no, she was out. She stayed on base. That confused me for a second. So that's 1 out with a runner on third, but 1 run for the Hornets. 8-3.
Ooh, good backup by the shortstop there.
Gets him out at first, though. Good play by the shortstop.
Yeah, those are really tough. Third baseman did a really great job of trying to knock it down, and then you love to see that sort of backup from 22 shortstop Katie Clater.
That's 2 outs now for the Hornets. From 0 outs to 2 outs. Pretty quick. Here's the pitch. Low and inside. One and 0 pitch. Makes contact with it. Second baseman's going to catch it for the 3rd out of the inning. Now we're going to go into the bottom of the 3rd with the Knights up 8-3. Love to see the Knights be able to close out that situation there. It was getting a little hairy for, you know, a couple hits, but the Knights were able to stay composed, get the 3 outs, and move to the bottom of the inning. Really love to see that.
Right. And here's this Hornets offense that we have seen all day, where they're able to put a run, 2 runs on the board consistently every inning. So impressive work by them. Let's see how the Knights respond to that in turn. See if they can put a few more on the board. We still have number 22, Kayla Stevenson, pitching for the Hornets. Doing a really great job, too.
Yeah, she's come into the game and been able to stay consistent, you know, get the outs they need and continue to throw some very good pitches for the Hornets. So
yeah, she was brought in to shut down the Knights offense, and she has been able to do that so far.
see if the Knights can respond. Up to bat, we have,
I believe it is freshman number 22, Katie Clater. She's the one that put one over the fence.
Yeah, let's see if she can go back to back here. Here's the first pitch. Makes contact. It's up in the air, but it's going to be out to the shortstop. Got a little under it. She definitely liked the pitch, though.
That's all right. Shortstop does a good job of putting that one away. Those sky-high ones.
Luckily, the sun is not in their eyes. It is actually on the complete opposite side. Here's the pitch. Strike one.
Something challenging about Harvey Dryden Field is when the sun gets lower, it can be a tough position for the batter and the catcher umpire to be in, because that sun will just be right in your eyes.
Oh, makes contact with it. Shortstop is going to make a play again. She's going to throw it to first. She's out.
That's Ariana Primek, who had 2 triples. She is going to be out at first. Great play.
Good hustle. Good hustle.
Yeah.
Just couldn't quite beat it.
Going 2 for 3 so far, though. Can't be upset about that.
No, you cannot be upset about that. That's very good.
We'll see if Dekel Jones can get something started for Knights offense in this 3rd inning.
That's going to be a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball, strike. Sometimes the umpire catches me. Here's the 1-1. Makes contact. Foul.
Yeah, Dekel showing that she is willing to go for that outside pitch if he's going to be calling it. But yeah, as far as communication from the umpire, it's funny. They can give, hands going outward, making it look like it's a ball, but then they go, whoo!
Yeah.
So.
Yep. 1-2. Ooh, able to get under it. It's going to be a foul. Out, caught by the first baseman. End of the 3rd inning. It's going to be Knights up 8-3. Headed into the 4th. So the score stays the same there. It's still good for the Knights. They're up 5 runs right now.
Yeah.
What would you like to see the Knights make improvements in?
I hate to sound like a broken record, but again, we just want to see a really clean, really tight defense. We have seen some great plays happen by the Knights. We just want to see more of that. Crystal Kemp doing a great job on the mound. Love to see the Knights take care of outs that are really given to them. Last inning we saw, number 19, we had a pop-up. Should have been a nice, easy guy. Just kind of pop out, and the Hornets were able to advance on that and get them in a position where they could score some runs. So taking care of the easy outs that are given to them. But they are in a really good position right now. So the Hornets, a lot of the pressure is on them, but we've seen some really smart base running. So Knights, if they do get some runners on, making sure that they aren't advancing more because of errors or because, that they aren't making the smartest plays. So.
Out to bat for the Hornets, number 13.
Number 13 is going to be Paige Eagleton.
Here's the pitch. Makes contact again. It's going to be a short pop-up to 3rd baseman. So I believe it was the number 13 who hit the home run for the Hornets earlier, right?
I think so.
So both players that have hit home runs this game have both popped up the second at-bat.
It's a common error that happens. You want to give that ball that extra lift, so you drop your shoulder, drop your elbow a little bit, get under the ball. He's going to call that first pitch on the batter that is up. This is going to be we had a substitution. It is no longer number 5, Savannah Thorne. But the pitcher, number 22, Kayla Stevenson.
Kayla Stevenson, okay.
I believe is what's happening right now. And
fortunately, I cannot see the number.
Do apologize if we're making errors out here.
Here's the pitch. At 3rd baseman, number 24, she's going to throw it, get that out at first. It's going to be 2 outs.
She did a good job on waiting for that off speed. taking it down the third baseline. But fortunately, number 24, JC Shumway, has just been on top of anything that's headed over her way. Having a really great defensive outing at third base.
Yep, not letting anything through.
That's what you love to see as a pitcher, too.
Yep. Here's the pitch. Makes contact. It's going to be out to right field. And they're going to, Knights are going to get the third out. Number 9 with the catch, Emily Oldham. Great play by the Knights. Going to go into the bottom of the 4th. Still score Knights 8-3.
That's a beautiful 3 up, 3 down right there.
Love to see that from the Knights. 3 up, 3 down.
Yeah. And
Good.
also, as a pitcher, you know, the less that you have to throw, you know, you can stay fresher throughout the game when you're not throwing 20, 30 pitches in a single inning. So if you can keep it down to between 3 and 5, that's great. That's saving, you know, the pitcher's arm.
Yeah, pitching is probably one of the hardest positions, I would say, especially in softball. Your arm gets really tired really fast.
Yeah. Well, and it's one of the, you know, in the battery position, pitcher catcher, you're involved in every play. So you need to be in it. And there's so much effort that goes into it. It's a whole body motion. So that can get exhausting.
Yeah.
But Crystal Kemp has been a phenomenal asset for the Knights for years now. She knows how to be a workhorse, knows how to put in the innings, put in the time, put in the pitches. But it's great to be able to see her saving that.
Definitely. Now we're going to see the first pitch of the 4th inning. The bottom of the 4th, sorry.
I believe this is that third baseman, JC Shumway, number 24.
See if she can perform with her at bat. Makes contact with it. Shortstop's going to grab it, but fumbles it a little bit and doesn't have time to throw it to first base. So,
you know,
great play by the Knights.
Great hit by the Knights, but also by 19. That's great effort, keeping it in the infield, because that could have easily have turned into a double if it would have, you know, gone out to the left fielder. So being able to knock it down, even if she can't get the out, she's still keeping the wound from, you know, bleeding.
Definitely.
So.
This be strike 1.
And the Knights are going to have no outs, 1 runner on first. Crystal Kemp, number 16, up to bat.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2.
Pitcher is in a great place right here. She's way ahead in the count. She's got a lot of room to work. She's going to make Crystal, you know, going to see what she's going to swing at.
Here's the 0-2. It's going to be outside. Ball 1.
Good eyes from Crystal Kemp.
We're having a pitcher battle here.
Yep.
Might see a bunt here. Ooh, catcher fumbles the ball.
24 is going to
24 is going to make it to second base. Good awareness by the Knights.
Count is going to be 2-2 for number 16, Crystal Kemp.
Hits the post and falls into the woods.
Crystal doing a great job staying aggressive, staying defensive. Still waiting for number 22, throw her what she wants. Number 22, Kayla Stevenson.
Able to hit it down the line. It's going to be foul ball.
Crystal doing a great job staying alive in the box. If she goes out, it's going to be on her terms and not the umpires, you know?
Yep. Hit. It's up into center field, and it's going to be caught by number 21 of the Hornets, and second base is going to stay put for now. I get scared when the ball heads this way.
Yeah, look, we got a bit of a wind coming in, so that's going to change the trajectory of the ball. So it's going to look like it's coming in hot and then just get suspended in the air with a little bit of a draft.
Yeah, the wind started coming in near the end of the first game. It definitely has an impact on those fly balls, like you said.
Oh.
Changes the trajectory a lot. It can be hard for an outfielder sometimes, though.
Number 22 coming out with a fantastic outside pitch. She's going to do it again. Now she's got Addison Webster 0-2 in the count. 1 out, runner on second base.
Here's the 0-2. Makes contact with it. Going to get past shortstop into center field. The Knights are going to hold up on first. And Knights are going to move up to second base. Little misplay by the Hornets.
Smart running by Addison Webster, number 10. Single advancing on a fielder's choice.
Takes a lot of awareness to be able to know when to run and when to stay back like that. And she made the right decision there.
That is the kind of mentality that you want to see from an upperclassman, is that knowledge of the game, knowing when to advance, knowing when to hold back. We also see great coaching from Tiffany Pendleton on that third base side, not advancing JC Shumway, making sure that she isn't getting caught.
It's be hit to the third baseman. She's going to throw it to first. First baseman's going to drop it, and the Knights are going to get a run in. Going to move up 9-3 now. Little misplay by the Hornets, so now they're going to meet in the middle, talk on the mound. And the Knights have a runner on first and third.
Yeah, something you're going to want to see from this Hornets defense is coming back from that little error, being like, hey, let's shake it off. Let's just get it here. So being able to come through, talk it out, wipe it off.
Definitely.
We have some of that first and third action.
See what the Knights can do here with his at-bat. Here's the pitch. Makes contact.
Ugh.
Shortstop's it's going to bounce up into her glove. The Knights are going to score one run with number 15 sliding into third base. Another run added on for the Knights. And it remains the same. Knights have a runner on first and third.
Yeah, that's such a tough play as an infielder, is when it takes a bad hop.
Yeah.
It's so hard to respond to those.
Definitely not something you want to see when you're an infielder like that.
No. You know, that's why so many players wear, face masks, is to protect from that kind of thing, because you just never know.
Take it outside.
Knights are doing a great job of keeping that lead.
Ooh, makes contact, bounces off her ankle. That's gotta hurt.
Never feels great.
Here's the pitch. Contact. Foul ball. The Knights really have a lot of talent on their team.
Yeah, we love to see the depth on the roster. It's not just their first 5 hitters that can come up and really make a play. It's also, we see that beautiful depth that they have in the rest of the lineup as well, from their 6, 7, 8, 9. There's really no holes in their roster, and that's great to see. We see Maddie Christensen, number 19, she's really battling at the plate, showing her power. We love seeing a group of girls who can produce, you know.
Definitely, yes. Coming into the game. Ooh, makes contact. Gonna be straight to the pitcher. Number 22. They're gonna get the out at first. Gonna throw to home plate, and they're gonna get the double play. Prevent the Knights from scoring there. That was a good play.
It was a really good play by the Hornets. You know, this is something that we saw a bit in the first game, is how being over aggressive can affect the Knights and ending an offensive, an offensive stream or streak. Sorry, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, the Knights coming into this game 8-3. That's very good for, start of the season. You come off hot. They lost the first game of the doubleheader, but it seems this second game they're not letting that first game bother them.
They got out those first time back, home field jitters, and we really see them shine in the second game of this home series.
Definitely. And if you're just joining us, the Knights are leading the Hornets 10-3 going into the top of the fifth. So we'll see these last 3 innings, how both teams can perform, especially for the Hornets. They're definitely now feeling the pressure. The game's, on the downslope, and we'll see how they can perform and try to play well under 7 runs.
And this is where that home field advantage is really going to come into play as we see the sun starting to set. This is something that the Knights practice with day in and day out. They know how to read the sun, whereas, the Hornets might have a bit more of a challenge trying to work with that.
First pitch was a strike, so this is 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Gonna make contact. It's gonna go out to right field. Oldham's gonna catch it for the first out. Love to see consistency in the outfield. Being able to get under the ball like that.
Yeah, pitcher Crystal Kemp doing a great job getting them something to work with.
We saw a lot of those hits drop short in the first game, so love to see the Knights be able to adjust to those kind of hits. It's gonna be a foul.
Yeah, that goes fair. That's gonna be a nice line drive.
Yeah.
For number 25 of the Hornets. We're back at the top of the lineup with Danielle McNeil.
Here's the pitch. Gonna make contact. It's gonna go out to left field. They're gonna get under number 8. Fantastic play. That's gonna be 2 outs for the Knights.
Yeah, with both number 16, Crystal Kemp, and Ariana Primek showing that they can work both on the mound and in the outfield. We saw number 16 in right field last game. We saw Ariana Primek in left field this game. So,
yeah,
love
shows
that dynamic.
The flexibility of the team. How they can. I know it's not a huge change between left field and right field, but there are still like certain aspects between the two positions. You have to be able to know how to play both.
Absolutely, and just the drastic change between, being on the mound and being on the outfield.
Yeah.
Whole different ball game.
It's gonna be low for a ball.
Great to be able to see that the Knights defense is able to move players around, that you have a lot of people who can play a number of different positions.
Mm-hmm.
We see number 22, Katie Clater, playing shortstop this game. DeKal Jones played a little bit of shortstop, different people at first base. Outfielders are shifting around, and it's great to be able to have the players and the talent to be able to you know, play different spots as it's needed, seeing how people work together and communicate.
Right. Gonna swing at that one. It's gonna go to second base, and they're gonna get the third out. 1, 2, 3 for the Knights. Great inning in the top of the fifth. Going to the bottom of the fifth. Still, the Knights are up 10-3. You know, we'd also like to thank our sponsors, Straws, Drinks, and Eat. Little wonderful soda shop down in Buena Vista. If you have the time, go ahead and stop down there with family, friends. Maybe go on a date when you're down there. Perfect place for that.
All sorts of customizable drinks, all sorts of things. Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper. I once had a drink there. I have no idea what it was. Tasted like banana bread.
Banana bread.
Banana bread. It was the most wild thing.
Hey,
in a soda.
Yeah, banana bread is good. But I don't know how it would feel in a soda.
It blew my mind. But just, it's great, all the sorts of concoctions that they have there,
Yeah.
customizable sodas, but also all the classics that you like. So
It's got the feeling of a small town as soon as you enter the store.
sure it does.
We're gonna see number 22, Katie Clater, at bat here.
Yeah, Katie Clater, 22, she is the one who hit that home run. Fortunately, popped up in her next at bat.
So strike one for Katie.
It's a great position for 22 Stevenson to be in. Love to see that. You know, first strike, 0-1 on the count.
Gonna hold back on that one. It's gonna fall down to 0-2 on the count.
Yeah, 22 Stevenson got a lot of room to work here. But 22 Katie Clater gonna need to protect that plate.
That one's gonna be outside, ball one.
Yeah, there we see the classic ladder where, you know, you're pushing the envelope a little bit, so you're staying close on the outside and then go a little further outside, because that's where he's calling. And you know she's not quite swinging at those ones.
Katie's
Ooh.
gonna hit that one into center field. Center fielder drops it. Clater's gonna run to second, see if she makes it in. She is safe at second base. Beautiful double by Katie Clater.
Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic line drive by her. She's going to be 2 for 3 on this game. Love seeing a young player kind of hitting her stride and getting that confidence underneath her, being able to really, you know, be an asset to this Knights offense.
I agree. Strike one.
Beautiful strike and framework by pitcher-catcher duo for Shenandoah.
We'll see what the Knights can do with a runner in scoring position. Here's a hit out to right field. It's going to be caught by number 1. 22 is going to tag up, go to third base. Good sack fly right there.
Yeah. We've seen Ariana Primek, number 8. She has been so consistent all day long, and even with, you know, her batting average being almost in the 500s, she is a player that you can have confidence in, who's going to put a ball in play at the plate every time she comes up. Whether it's advancing a runner, getting on herself, she's just so dynamic as a player in what she's able to bring.
Yeah.
22, Katie Clater, great job tagging up on that, making sure that that sacrifice, you know, wasn't for nothing. So now we see DeKel Jones, number 20, up to bat for the Knights. Runner on third is going to be 22, Katie Clater.
Take first one down the middle for strike one.
Stevenson again with that first pitch strike. Doing a great job coming out on top. Or starting on top, I should say.
One out for the Knights. Here's the 0-1. Be low for ball one.
Good job from number 20, DeKel, knowing her zone, knowing that she doesn't want that.
One pitch. Ooh, swing and a miss. She wanted that one.
She did. Great positioning by Stevenson, though, getting it just outside of her reach.
Those ones are always tempting when it's just outside the strike zone.
Yeah.
You feel you can hit it, but it just pulls right outside. Here's the 1-2. Makes contact. It's going to go to the second baseman. She's going to drop it. Knights are going to get a run in, and first base is going to be safe.
Yet again, the infield strikes back. We're going to see that bouncy dirt, hard packed, is going to create some awkward bounces.
And here we see a mercy rule. That's going to be the end of the game. Knights are going to win 11-3. Wonderful game by the Knights.
Yeah, that's a fantastic showing. That first inning was unbelievable.
Love to see that, and we love everyone who watched today, everyone who showed up in person and watched on stream. Thank you for watching, and go Knights.
Go Knights.
Is that the game? Is it on? What?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for watching Knights Broadcasting on YouTube. If you stay tuned with us, we should be having a brief interview with one of the coaches after the game. We're just going to ask one of them a few quick questions about what they think about how the team did. We see them having a quick meeting out there in left field because we had such a fantastic outing by the Knights today. We saw them go down in the first game 9-7, but they battled hard. And then what a show! What a show in that second game, where they came out swinging hard, really shutting down the Hornets in the first inning. That's something we love to see, Nate.
Yep. Absolute show the Knights put on today, winning the game 11-3.
Yeah,
that's what you like to see after a game 1 loss. You like to see them come back, battle the adversity, and continue to score.
All right. So it looks like, unfortunately, we are not going to be having that interview with the coach, but we do want to thank you all for tuning in today to Knights Broadcasting. We hope that you tune in next time. YouTube, please like, subscribe, comment, and we will see you guys next time.